Hello. Let's have a look at how to read the cash flow graph. To make it simpler, we'll have a look at the monthly view. We have some date range set up, and let's have a look what all these mean. We'll start from what's easiest, income and expenses. The green ones are incomes, red ones are expenses, and what you see is all what is planned and paid in terms of income and expenses. So anytime you add an income or expense, it will display here in those columns. That's very simple. Let's look at expected balance. Expected balance, that's your cash flow. That's what your projection of cash flow is. So what we're looking at is, this is a sum of everything that you planned, say for June, July, August. It is a sum of all income and expenses, and we don't care if it's if these payments or income expenses have been paid or not. This is your projection, your plan. This is what the expected balance means. That's the projected cash flow. And then let's look at cash in hand. Cash in hand, you see it kind of mimics the expected balance. Cash in hand is actually a data set which only considers paid items. So we look at income and expenses that are already paid, that have been already paid. So this line actually shows your real cash in hand, say by year in May or in June. The difference between cash in hand by plan and by payment, you see those two lines differ, is that the cash in hand looks at the status of your cash, so the kind of sum of income expenses in a kind of timeline, the way you planned it. By payment is the way it really happened. So that's why it's actually shifted. When you look at an income and you're setting up, you're setting up an amount and a date. This is the planned amount and this is the planned date when you're expecting the money, either to be paid to your account or to leave your account if you pay to someone else. This is your plan. Once that income or expense is marked as paid, you get another value here, amount by payment and date paid. And they can be different. Say if you planned for 10,000 euro on the 24th of May, and at the end you get only 9, and it actually gets paid a couple weeks later, it will show. It will show on the graph. And this is what you see here. The plan was that here in March you get so much money. And actually, if you look at the reality, you got it a bit earlier in February, but you got a bit less. And then in a couple of months later, the plan is actually that you're supposed to be a bit lower, but you probably got paid a bit more, and you got paid a bit more a bit earlier. So that's why it's shifted. And the reason or the way we look at those numbers is that we always look at the amount planned and date planned, and the amount paid in reality and the date paid in reality. And that's the difference between these two numbers. So when you're only looking at the cash flow projected, the expected balance is what you're looking at. If you want to really look at how much money you actually have as planned and how much money you actually have in reality, you're looking at the lines cash in hand. And what actually it can help you with is that you will see how much your plan was off, you know, if you compare it to reality. That you planned too positively or you planned too negatively. The payments might have come later or earlier in different amounts, and that's why you use it. So I hope this makes sense. And then if you just scroll down the major kind of cash flow screen, in here you actually see it in numbers. That this is what you're expecting, this is what you already have as planned, and this is what you already have as it really happened. So there's some kind of shifts because some payments may have come later or earlier, and the amounts planned were different than what in reality actually came to your account or left your account. If you don't understand anything, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to chat with us, send us a message, and we'll try to help you understand if anything's not clear. Thank you very much, and bye.